It is the al-Qaeda cell targeted by American airstrikes in Syria. The U.S. says they were plotting to attack America and their plans were in the execution phase. But for many Americans, the first time they had even heard of this group was last week. My next guest says the threat could have been alive for more than a decade. He is Ali Soufan, who worked on complex global terror cases at the FBI, where he was a supervisory special agent, and he joins me now live here in New York. Ali, welcome. Nice to have you on.
Hi, glad to be with you.
Let's just begin where really this part of the story begins, the 6 days after 9/11. You were inside this Yemen prison. You were interrogating this al-Qaeda operative. What did he say to you then?
Well, first of all, our main goal at the time was to know who did 9/11 and to identify the people who were involved and to get any intelligence we can in order to prepare for the response that the United States were planning to do in Afghanistan against al-Qaeda and Taliban. However, all these things that we hear about today, like Khorasan and, the significance of that came up during that interrogation. Khorasan is a historic term of a vast region that includes parts of Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. This is where the leadership of al-Qaeda is based. Actually, Osama bin Laden in 1996, he signed the declaration of jihad against the United States, Khorasan, as the place where he put it together and where he declared it. This is part of a messianic Islamic version of Armageddon, that at the end of time, an army with black flags come out of Khorasan in order to basically take over the world and establish their form of justice. That person that I was talking to at that time mentioned that term, and Al-Qaeda,
which you were familiar with.
Yeah, I was familiar with it because I did a lot of reading about, radical extremism and about their views and their version of how they see the world. So I was very familiar with the hadith. Hadith is a saying of the Prophet, and we had a long discussion about it, him and I. But, we continued. I personally continued to hear the name, a lot. Every time Qaeda operatives wanted to refer to where the leadership is, they say the leadership in Khorasan. It's like us saying, headquarters, or the guys in Washington, D.C.
I see.
So
when the Americans then, Ali, first heard about this, as intelligence was calling the Khorasan group inside of Syria in its execution phase near Aleppo, in which the U.S. Struck some days ago. Is that the same thing that you were referring to in this prophecy, or is that just a name that the U.S. is giving this particular splinter group?
Well, you're spot on. It's the same group as Al-Qaeda. After the split that took place between ISIS and Al-Nusra Front, Al-Qaeda and Zawahiri in Khorasan sent many veteran operatives from the group. Some of them has been with Al-Qaeda from the beginning. Some of them joined Al-Qaeda after 9/11. They sent them to advise and train Al-Nusra and to set up the organization. So they were the brothers who were sent by Khorasan. They were from Al-Qaeda Central. Their views and their agenda is not only to help Al-Nusra in their fight against their enemies and against the Syrian regime, but also to ensue the global agenda of Al-Qaeda, to find recruits, to find recruits, to find explosives, to find materials. Syria has, as of June, 12,000 foreign fighters from 81 different countries. That is treasure trove for Al-Qaeda, to try to find individuals who can travel to the West, to travel to the United States in order to conduct and carry attacks. So when we hear Khorasan, we're not hearing about a new branding or rebranding of Al-Qaeda. We're not hearing about a new a group that splintered from Al-Qaeda. We're not hearing about a new affiliated group with Al-Qaeda. We are hearing about Al-Qaeda as we always knew it.
I understand. And so this was the headquarters, as it were, of Al-Qaeda in this part of Syria. So then if you knew about this, and I'm sure many others in the intelligence community, although at the same time I've read other quotes from other members of the intelligence community, not at all familiar with this, skeptical of the notion of Khorasan, just wondering why then Americans a week ago just came into this term. Why is it suddenly relevant for the rest of us?
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, I talked about it in my book about 2 years ago. My book came out at the 10th anniversary of 9/11, and the very first chapter is about Khorasan and the significance of that hadith. But this tells you, Brooke, how little we know about the enemy. And that's why we have been fighting officially a war for more than 14 years or for 13 years.
That's the frightening part, Ali.
That is my point. We have been fighting a war for about 13 years. We have been very successful, don't get me wrong. We have been very successful in targeting the short-term physical threat of Al-Qaeda. We have been disrupting attacks, apprehending leaders, even killing Osama bin Laden himself. However, we have not focused on the ideology. We have not focused on bin Ladenism. We have not focused about the incubating factors that make these groups recruits and continue to reinvent themselves. And as long as we don't target the ideology, we don't target bin Ladenism, this war is going to go for a long period of time. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and Nusra, they are all the same. They are the followers of Osama bin Laden. ISIS and al-Nusra, or ISIS and Al-Qaeda, differs with Al-Qaeda in two things. The leadership, it's an ego thing between Ayman Zawahiri and Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, and tactics. ISIS believe they need to hold land and establish their state. Al-Qaeda believe it's better to hit and run. ISIS believe it's good to do beheading and scare the enemy. Zawahiri told Baghdadi, why do you want to do this if a bullet can do the job? So these are the differences between two different entities that both of them claim they are the righteous followers and inheritance of Osama bin Laden.
Wow. Ali Soufan, all your years working in this, writing the book, please come back. Let's continue these conversations.